good to have you all on board and to share with you what has been a radical something in our lives, which has made a huge difference in from growing up until going right until old age. That we can have something which is really, really special to hold on to and to work with. And our guest speaker tonight, Mr. Mark Hazell, is an old friend, someone I've known from many, many years back, and a person who's genuine, honest, and who will never even exaggerate one little bit. He's not a salesman, he's a horticulturist, but a man with a perfect heart and an amazing person and doing an amazing job building a business throughout the whole of Africa. So, Mark, thank you so much for being with us this evening. We really do look forward to hearing what you've got to say. And I'm very keen to see how you do your presentation as well. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Andy, thank you so much for that intro. I appreciate that. And yes, it is an absolute privilege to be able to be working here on behalf of your team, as well as others who are in that I've shared the link with for this evening. And it really is a privilege to be here in little old Grahamstown with all its history and all the memories that Grahamstown brings because of the fact that some years ago, my wife and I were approached to have a look at this amazing business when we were in a situation where we had a mineral deficiency, a lack of silver and gold. And it was really quite interesting how this friend irritated me particularly for about 18 months. Some of us guys get really skeptical and arrogant and irritated. And for 18 months, this woman came and knocked on my wife's nursery door to come and buy a little packet of chives. She was running a nursery at home here where we lived, where I now live, while I was at work, just so that she could make a point of coming to see us and try once more to encourage us to come and have a look at an opportunity that would give us at that stage 300 Rand a month that we needed because our son had qualified to go to Drakensberg Boys Choir, and we didn't have the means to make that happen. And I'm so grateful that this woman irritated and pestered us for those 18 months. It really was quite something. She tried all sorts of means to get us to have a look at it. And I was just very arrogant in no ways. Eventually, my good wife, Shane, said to me, Lovey, I want to go and have a look, even if I can just find out how to get a discount, because she had been introduced many years before to the incredible products when we still lived in Durban, when I was still doing my qualifications, my professional qualifications. And so she knew the products were really good products, but had never been shown the concept around the marketing plan and the business presentation. So eventually we went along to a presentation here in Grahamstown, and a gentleman by the name of Jeff Riley came up from Port Elizabeth to do that presentation. And in my youthful arrogance, I thought, what can this guy with the standard 6 education teach me, who has got professional qualifications about making money? And I mean, I was broke as it was. I mean, we didn't have enough money to put tires on the car, pay school fees, and put bread on the table all at the same time. So, you can imagine how arrogant I actually really was in that situation. And fortunately, he came along and he did the presentation. And I didn't believe a word that he said afterwards. I grilled him quite heavily after the presentation. But I really believe that God had given me this opportunity because sometime later I had a suspected heart attack. And a doctor who was treating me said, Mark, you've got access to the world's best healthcare supplements and products. If you use those, you'll feel better. Well, this is now years later, and I'm 72 this year. I don't feel anywhere near 72. I feel like I'm 18 or 20. I did just under 6-kilometer run this morning up the mountain or down the mountain and back up again. And it's wonderful that somebody persisted long enough to take me through that time of arrogance and skepticism and to keep on persisting until we eventually said, yes, we'd go along to go and have a look. And how incredibly our business and our lives have changed. Shane eventually closed the nursery because we were making more money part-time through what I'm going to show you this evening than she was through the nursery. And the other thing that for me was really quite significant in the nursery game, if you have a bergwind, your plants die. because you're not there and you haven't watered them, especially your seedlings. If you go away, you have to pay somebody to come and look after them. And then you must make sure that you're buying the right stock because, trends do move and stuff like this. So there's a lot of risk in running your own business like that. Whereas when I began to understand what this concept does for one, it gives you flexibility and freedom to operate your business from where you are, from your home base after hours or between lunch breaks and tea breaks or before work or anything of that sort and over weekends. Plus, it gives you the opportunity to expand your income sources to other parts of the country, and has happened with us to other parts of the world. I mean, today I earn income out of Australia and New Zealand, other parts of Africa and Europe and America. And that all because somebody kept on knocking on the door and coming to buy chives every few weeks until eventually we went along to go and say, yes, we'll have a look. But the other part of the story that I'd love to just quickly share with you, when I was about 13, 14, and my parents were in the mission field, we were living at a place called Heeltown in the Eastern Cape near Fort Beaufort. And I had this recurring dream that used to come, and I couldn't understand it. And many years later, when working in Durban, we had a church weekend camp focusing on dreams. And I asked a Christian psychologist there if she could explain the dream to me. And she said to me, Mark, if that dream is of God, he'll reveal it in his own time. I subsequently left Durban in 81, moved to the city of East London for 8 years, where I met Andy through my professional associations. And when we came to live in Grahamstown, where I'm living in now, was part of that dream, because in the dream were wattle trees and pine trees. There were turtle doves, and on this property there were turtle doves. But more significantly, in the dream, there were people who were learning how to be more positive, how to make money, and how to live healthily, and how to build their confidence. And all of those elements are in this dream. And to me, it was just amazing that more than 20 years later, the dream that God had given me as a child or as a young adult that I didn't understand, he's revealed. And so some people say to me, Mark, are you still doing that thing? Well, that thing inspires me. That thing has an impact on everybody who decides to grab hold of it. Everybody who, like me, is skeptical and just takes a little bit more time to investigate really what it is and the power to impact lives in a positive way in all those kind of areas. And so it's been an exciting journey. It's taken us for trips all over the world. When people look at my Google map and see where we've been, they can't believe how much travel this gardener has actually had, because as Andy said, my background's in horticulture and environmental management. My wife passed away on Saturday. It'll be exactly a year ago. And we have 3 children who are their own special characters in their own special way. And we've been able to travel through this business to be with them, to experience some incredible things and places, because we have a business that we were able to work part-time when we had that deficiency in our lives. Now we have sufficiency. And as you build this business, you can go from deficiency to efficiency to excess, where you've got more than you need to be able to give to others what can make a difference in them. And it might be in friendship, it might be in wellness, it might be in building their confidence, but also particularly, which I'm going to be showing you now, it'll be in terms of financial stability and growth. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to do what I can do best on the whiteboard. My handwriting is not the best of handwriting, so I hope you'll listen to what I say and that you'll catch the drift of the excitement of being able to start something on the side, build it up over a period of time, and have a legacy that you can leave to your children. And we know people who are using this particular business building concept, and they're in the 3rd generation already. And for me, that was exciting. And the other aspect about it is one of the things that, with my wife having passed away a year ago, the question that the kids said to me, Dad, how much longer are you going to stay in your home? Well, I have to remember that this was part of my dream that I had. It's very much part of the dream. But should I move, the business is completely portable. I can do it anywhere in the world. And that is a very big plus. If you have a nursery, you've got to move all that stock and recreate the whole structures and all the kind of things that they come with that. And if you're working for a job, you wait for the union to toi for you to get a salary increase. Whereas in this particular business model, you just have to look in the mirror and say, buddy, we need to do a little bit more. We need to have a little bit more people so that they can have a better life. So I trust that you're going to appreciate what I'm able to share with you this evening as we go through the concept, just very briefly, so that you can see just what is involved in the whole story. So here we go. Just wait for the things to load up here. I don't need to have everything. And Andy, I have made you co-host, so if anybody decides to disturb us, you can do what is necessary to help them to sort themselves out there. Fantastic. So, right, I'm going to go into presentation mode, and there we go. Take that one out. So when we got involved in the business, what we actually did was we partnered with this international company, and they've been around since 1958, and they provide all the research, the warehousing, the development, the infrastructural support, all the kind of things that one would normally need to put together to run a business. They take care of that, and we do the fun things of TTP, talking to people, or TTMP, talking to more people. And as you do that, you will start to reap some of the benefits. And that company, and I'm going to put it up early tonight, is a company called Neolife. And they've been around since 1958. In Africa, they've been here since the 1970s. And for me, what's exciting about that is that you're able to start working this business by doing what I like to call my 3 daily success habits. These are 3 things that you want to do on a day-to-day basis consistently. It's not about running out madly, but just being consistent in what you do. Now, Neolife, as the company, manufactures a whole range of different products, and I'm not going to get into the product ranges now. The purpose of my presentation tonight is to give you an idea of how the concept works, so that you can actually see how the money side of things comes to be a reality. So the first thing that you want to do is to use, out of the 3 odd ranges of products that we have, which is about 100 odd products, you want to convert your shopping habits and to start using your own products. So instead of now going to the supermarket, you go to your own online shop. When you register, you get access to a website, which I'll talk a bit more about later on, and you start changing your shopping habits. So instead of going to Pick and Pay or ShopRite, you buy the equivalent products out of the range that you are going to use for yourself in your own home, and you're buying them at a discount because you're buying them at wholesale. So the first way that the money comes into the system is that you start to save money. And some of the savings are quite phenomenal. One of the other things that comes out about using the product is that when you use the product, you get exposed to how the product works. And you get to know that the product actually works well. And that's what happened for me. I was very skeptical, particularly in our nutritional range. The cleaning range we'd had some exposure to, as I said, when we were in Durban. And then, of course, there's a personal and a skincare range, which are just absolutely phenomenal, organic, vegan, really top quality products there that you can comfortably use in your own home. And once we started to use the products, I began to get actually quite excited because, for one thing, the energy in my body increased. Instead of being tired and getting the kids late to school on a morning, I was energized, and I still am energized. And it's wonderful to have energy through the day, every day, through the year. It just really is quite something, and it's very rare not to have that. And because I was energized and because I was saving money, I thought, maybe there's some other people that can benefit from this. And so, if you start to share, and we share in 2 ways. The first way this business works is that we share, number one, our product. And I'm just going to write it as prod. We share our products. And rather, I actually want to do that the other way around. I want to share the business. So I'm going to put that down as number 2, and I'm going to put this as number 1. We share our business first. That is where you're going to make more money. When you share the business with other people, because more people are looking to make money than are people looking to use products. And we're not looking for people who are ill. We are looking for people who want to live a better quality of life. So what did we do? We share the products and share the business, sorry. And so by sharing the business, we will find a couple of people. And how do we do that? Let's say you've got 2 people that you want to invite, and you say to them, would you be open to look at a way to generate some additional income over and above what you are currently earning? And some people will say yes. A lot of people are going to say no, but that's fine. You just keep on asking them, if I could show you a way to earn additional income over and above what you currently earn, would you be able to have a look? And over a period of time, if let's assume now you've got 6 people who've said yes, you would have had a number of people who say no. If they're doing what you're doing, you've been using the products. Every one of our products, because it's an international business, has a point value. And that point value, let's assume that if you're ordering from the company in a month 100 points worth of products, they vary according to the product and the complexity of that particular product. So you order 100 points. If you teach and duplicate that process to your organization and the people that you invite, and if each of those people also order 100 points, and I'm not going to do everybody, but you can see the concept there. Everybody is ordering 100 points. You've got 100 points. You've got 6 people in your organization who said, yes, we would love to make some money. We want to have a better quality life. We want to help others to have a better quality life. So now there are 7 of you ordering 100 points worth of products a month from Neolife. That means that you are now generating 700 points worth of turnover in the month. And that would equate to somewhere around about 800 to maybe 1,000 Rand extra in a month. Now, I'm not sure how many of you would like to earn an extra 800 or 1,000. I can tell you when we started, the first commission check that we got was about 23 or 24 Rand. Didn't come to the 300 that we needed to send our son to Drakensberg, but certainly it meant that we could start building something. But the key is to help the people that you start building with to build their own team. So let's assume that this person here, A, we help them to find their first 2 people, and then we help those 2 people just to find their first 2. And folks, what I'm sharing with you here this evening is purely an example of what is possible. And I'm going to just turn off my camera for a moment because I'm needing to look on the other side of the screen. So we'll leave it like that for now. So now you've got these 6 other people who have, in fact, you've got 7 people altogether who have joined your organization. If each of these people are doing 100 points worth of turnover, you've got A is now doing 700 points worth of turnover in his or her organization. Excuse me. Pardon there. On that basis, if they're doing 700 points worth of turnover, you yourself are going to earn themselves an 800 to 1,000 Rand extra. But the key to success in this system is that you need to help other people to do the same. But before we do that, if you add up what you've got 5 people who are still part of your organization, plus the 700. So altogether, you've got 700 points from A, plus the 600 from the people you and yourself have got left, gives you a total of 1,300 points worth of turnover. Folks, that equates to about $1,300 of turnover in a month. You're still doing 100 points yourself. You're not doing a massive amount of retail, but you've got a network that is consuming products for themselves. And over a time, that's going to grow. And so what's going to happen there now? Well, your income is probably going to go into the region of about 1,800 to maybe 2,200 Rand a month extra. And I'm sure that, doubling your income is really quite exciting because you haven't really doubled your effort. All you've done is increase the size of your team. And if you keep on increasing your team, what's going to happen is that they're going to get bigger and bigger. And so let's assume that all these people here also do 700 points. So if each of the people in your organization, all 6 of them, and that's not going to happen that way, if they all do 700 points, you now have a total of 700 points worth of turnover from each of them, which comes to 4,200 points worth of turnover. Plus, you are going to add your own 100. And obviously what's going to happen as your business grows, you're going to be increasing your turnover. You're going to be picking up people who say no to the business, who are going to start purchasing products from you. I had a lady this week who approached me. I've never sold a product to her. She's never spoken to me about the business that I'm aware of. It's 9 years ago since I met her. She's ordered about 150 points worth of products from me yesterday. Or day before yesterday, to be exact. So, you can see that 100 points is a very doable figure. And when you look at that, that gives you a total of 4,300 points. And on that turnover, you can expect to earn an income somewhere in the region of 8,000 to maybe even as much as 15,000 Rand in a month. Now, Folks, that's just the start. My brother-in-law, when he had a look at this concept, said to me, Mark, as an accountant, I can see that the person who's down over here is also going to want to earn his own 15,000 Rand or more, because, I mean, the potential is there for people to earn huge figures. And I don't want to blow your mind with the figures. I've met people who are earning over 50,000 and 60,000 Rand a month and more. So it is a very duplicatable system if you follow the 3 simple success habits. So what is the third habit that we need to look at? The third one, very, very important, is a process called personal development. One of the biggest rooms for improvement is personal improvement, self-improvement, whereby we learn to be more positive attitude. We learn how to work with people from different communities and different backgrounds. And as we develop that, we become more confident. We become confident to speak. I could tell you stories about some of the things that have happened to me as I had to become more confident, coming from being a gardener to being somebody who spoke on a stage, to do presentations like this in person. And so the company has various events to help us, but we're also incredibly privileged to be part of a group known as the Eagle Team. It's the biggest of the support systems in the world. As far as I know, our turnover is still in the region of about $50 million a year turnover. And that's a sizable business. But one of the things that comes with the Eagle Team system is that we focus on leadership development. About probably 50% of the time, of the 5 to 10 hours you're going to put into your business in a week and over a 2 to 5 year period to help you to achieve your dreams, is going to be in the area of personal development. You're going to learn how the products work. You're going to learn how the compensation plan works. You're going to learn how to create a legacy and develop other people. You're going to learn all sorts of things about how to market yourself as a person and to help you grow your team. And we have incredible resources from the Eagle Team. We have online training events and presentations such as the one that is happening this evening. We are all part of the Eagle Team system. We have boot camps for leadership. We have weekend conferences, and we have these amazing lifestyle events that you can qualify to go for free, both at the Eagle Team and then Near Life. We have some incredible lifestyle events. We've been to places like Mexico. We've been to Turkey. We've been to Abu Dhabi and to Dubai and to Mauritius. We were due to have gone to Egypt in May, but because of the issues in the East, Middle East there, they've had to change the plans. But Near Life treats people who build and make a difference in other people's lives. And so if you've never traveled before, you can get yourself into a situation where now you need to get yourself a passport so that you can travel and experience different cultures, different environments, and the beauty of God's creation in so many different parts of the world. So folks, how do we continue growing our organization? Well, you just keep introducing new people and asking them the question, are you open to have a look at a way to generate additional income? Helping your team to do the same, plugging them into the system. And really, I would want to go so far as to say to you, if you're not prepared to plug into the system, don't expect to earn a big income, because certainly I don't know anybody who has made the huge incomes succeeding because they've done it on their own. This is a together business because we're part of a team. And together, everyone achieves more through that process. So what are the 3 things that I believe are really important if you want to succeed in what we're offering you? And I'm going to just put those up here quickly. And the first one is that you need to have a desire, a burning desire. In fact, that thing that says to you, I'm not getting enough out of life that I want. I'm not able to leave enough to my children. I am not traveling enough. I want to see the world change. Whatever that is, and you haven't found a means to do what you want to do to achieve that. So first of all, we need the desire. Secondly, what we need is an opportunity. And I really believe that what we have here in the combination of the Eagle Team Near Life concept of how we work this business together. Andy's part of a different group to the one I'm in, and there's other people, I'm sure, who are on the presentation tonight who are part of other groups. But because we collaborate together, we can take this opportunity. You can will it to your children. You can operate anywhere in the world. You're not location-based. And you've got this ability to earn passive income that when you get older and you feel you want to take it a little bit easier, you don't have to do all the effort, but you've built the structures that enable you to build a substantial business. And then the third thing that one needs to have for anything in life, you can have the desire for it, you can have the opportunity to get hold of it, but unless you actually take the action, you're not going to achieve anything. And I'm going to now just show you what I believe is a really incredible way of taking the action, because right now, tonight, you're going to be able to ask the person who invited you to send you their link to their website and to get you registered onto your website straight away. And I can pull that website up so that you can have a look at it. It's going to come up now. What's exciting about this website, you get it for free. When you register with the company, you get your website for free, and it has this front end where people who you're inviting into the business can register. They would go to this little button here where it says sign up and save. They click on the sign up and save button. It pulls up there as a distributor, and when you pull up as a distributor, you can click that you want to get started and save the various amounts of money that are available to be saved through that. And then you would be able to choose any one of these business kit options. So you would select one of the business kit options that there are. And I personally would strongly suggest that you choose this combo kit for the simple reason that when we started the business, we had a similar business kit that was available. It gives you some of the cleaning products, it gives you some of the personal care products, it gives you some of the skincare products, and it gives you some of the nutritional support. So you're getting a really good overview from the start of what the products are that you can start using that are going to make you feel good and excited about being able to talk about the concept, because you're backed by these incredibly well-researched products. We have a scientific advisory board that is second to none, constantly researching and developing and making sure that they're at the forefront of product development. We have over 30 firsts in the world of nutrition, and the near-life scientists, many of them are in the top ends of their field. Dr. Arthur First, who headed the scientific advisory board for many years, he in fact developed oral chemotherapy, highly regarded toxicologist, and he helped to formulate many of the products and lead the team that now leads the development of all the new products that we have, and there are many more that are being developed right at this particular point in time. So we have a company that's been around since 1958 that enables us to log on, register, and join a business that you can get started for just under 3,000 Rand. And I don't know where you can find a business that you can register with whereby you're able to get so much value out of what you're getting from the business that you're seeing here tonight, because it's all there. The support is there. Everything that you need is there to help you to get up and running. And at the end of the day, it's up to you to go ahead, share the business, make friends with people, plug into the resources that are there to support you, and change your life and take the full advantage of everything that Near Life has to offer you. So from my side, I would like to encourage you to turn to the person who invited you along this evening, say to them, I'm so ready to get going. Just send me your Near Life link. If you're far away from them, and you can register online immediately this evening, if you pay with your credit card, your registration will be instant, and you'll be able to start promoting yourself and your business from tonight. If you need to do a hard copy, they can help you with that. And then make sure that you get together with them on a regular basis to train you, to mentor you, and to equip you with those simple skills of those 3 daily success habits that as you apply them, you can go out and change your life by changing other people's lives. So I would really want to encourage you to go and have your dream become a reality, because you helped others to dream too. So from my side here in Grahamstown, where we had wonderful rain last night and we're rejoicing at the rain, maybe this is the rain that's going to fall on you, that's going to bring new growth as you plug into Near Life, that brings new life to your body, to your mind, and to your finances. So from my side, go well, and God bless. And thank you very much.